Look at this. It's such a mess, right? It's such a goodness gracious, terrible, awful mess. Good morning and welcome to another Morning Muse. My name's James and yes, you've guessed it, this is the Morning Muse. Yeah, we've been away for some time, primarily because there's been a lot of stuff going on in my own personal life, which I won't go into. It's not germane and it's not for public consumption, but a lot of shit's going down, so I've been away. And I'm out in Bonnerig at the moment, just doing this little thing, just for a couple of hours before getting back into the fray, as it were. And yeah, COVID-19 has put a kibosh on a lot of my community, the street performing community, the busking community, and just want to sit down and share a bit about what's actually happening and what I'm doing about it in that regard. So let's take a little seat. Yeah, just halfway through the walk, so listen, I'll make this brief because there's got a lot of people walking past and it feels very strange talking to myself when they don't see the camera over there. So yeah, COVID-19, lockdown. As a street performing busking professional magician for over 20 years, I've not been able to go out and work to a larger degree. But that's not to say a lot of people in business and with other companies and which have gone to the wall haven't been able to work as well. So I'm in no different position from a lot of other people being self-employed. And I'm very thankful of the universal credit that I get from the government here, and also the hardship grant, which has come along the way twice, which has helped keep everything alive. That's not to say I'm making money, but I'm paying down my debt. But anyway, this is less about that and more about the other, what's actually been done during COVID. So let's take it to the studio. Well, here we are in the studio. Well, not a studio, it's just a bedroom with a big backdrop. Have a look at this, have a look at this. This I did many years ago, I think around about 2012 or thereabouts, when I was sharing an apartment with Richard, who's a musician, and that was the time that had that little contretemps with Gazzo, which is another story in of itself and another day. Anyway, yeah, COVID. Hold on, just let's have a sip. Just a bit of instant coffee. None of your great Peter McKinnon sort of like brilliant, just instant coffee. Anyway, as I said earlier, last year, 2020, getting back from Australia in March, just scraping through the doors to actually get back to the UK, and then nothing. Couldn't go out and work. The whole community, the whole work ethic decimated, just like it is or has been for a lot of other people. So then I started to think, well, what can I do? What can I do? Then something that was on the back burner a lot of the time was create a product. So I did. I created Ambition Omnibus, which in of itself is a 30+ video teaching tutorial package with attendant PDFs and essays, and you can get it at a limited time discount, £10 off, so just hit the link below. But what do people do during COVID and lockdown, and what do we do after it opens up? Well, as a busker, be getting back out onto the street and doing that. Now, money, cash, the actual hard physical cash is not something that we're really wanting to engage with on a larger degree. So earlier, a few years ago rather, created something called Busktip.com, which a lot of performers are using, and had a lot of requests in from other people asking to come on board the platform as they move out into doing more street work around the world, Australia, America, Europe, the mainland UK. So it's having its own time and its own thing. So if you want to get on board, there's a link down below on it as well if you're a busker and you want to collect cashless payments. We're always improving, we're always getting better, and we have added a few things to the mix that you'll be able to enjoy. So if you want to get on it, there's a link down below. Now, what have I done in regard of COVID this year, 2021? Well, I then decided to create a brand spanking new YouTube channel. That had a massive push right at the beginning. So what we did was we created a competition. Then we gave away, we had a prize pool of round about £20,000. Now, that part of that prize pool, a large part of that prize pool was made up of the digital product. And we ended up giving away probably about £3,500 worth of physical goods, such props such as Cue the Magic, busking pouches, Convex 3, Decibel and so on, and they've all been posted out now to the people that have won them around the world, Malaysia, Canada, America, Australia. Yeah, that was quite a thing. Not realizing that to post all this stuff out would have taken so much time. So that's what I've done in regard of COVID, actually pull back from the performing and thinking, what else can I do? So 2020, created a product. 2021, created a YouTube channel. So instead of sitting on one's butt going, oh, woe is me, actually getting out and actually doing stuff. So that's what I've done. Be interested to hear what you've done in regard of COVID and lockdown and what you're doing and what you're hoping to do after the doors open to a larger degree. Because I know in Australia, for example, the doors are already open and people are out and about, which is great because here in the UK, we're still in lockdown. I think it's till the 26th of April, that's when the doors open slightly, but you can actually get out and socialise. And also May the 17th, when I think outdoor performances will be able to take place. So we'll be able to get out and start doing the show. But you know what? I really do think that 2021, after doing busking for over 20 years, the game might be over for me. I'm not sure. I might retire from busking, but I've heard of other people saying, oh, I'm going to retire from busking, and then they sell all their gear and then they come back to it. So I'm not sure. I'm not saying I'm going to, I'm not saying I won't, I'm not saying I will, but with everything else that's going on, because COVID has allowed me the time and space to create Magic News Television and also the product and the YouTube channel, so I'm really quite happy about that path, because later on down the line, who knows what's going to happen, right? So keep that ball rolling. So that's all I want to share with you in today's morning news and show off this lovely, lovely poster. But look at this, look at this. It's such a mess, right? It's such a goodness gracious, terrible, awful, awful mess. And I'm going to get it cut. I will get it cut. I'll put this back on, make myself look a bit better, a bit more presentable. I will get it cut, and I'm going to borrow my younger brother Mark's camera. He's got an EOS M100. He's really quite a wonderful artist, a really good artist, and he's let me borrow that camera, so it's got a time-lapse element on it. So I'm going to position that and get my hair cut and put that up as a blog. Yeah, who'd have said getting your hair cut would just be getting your hair cut? You can actually make mileage out of it, content. Such is the way of actually doing things online, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see any of the other videos, you click on one of the ones up there. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and by the way, one more time, if you want to get on Busktip, now's a good time to do it. There's a link below. Also, if you want to learn how to do some magic with sleight of hand, how to handle a deck of cards, how to spread a deck of cards in your hands, how to spread a deck of cards on the table and doing the fancy dancy stuff. We've got the one-handed top palm, one-handed second card for the top hand, one-handed top palm. You've got the bottom palm, you've got the double lifts, you've got there's a whole bunch of stuff, and kickers, card under glass, card in shoe, card in mouth, drink in shoe. There's a whole load of stuff, and there's 2 bonuses. It says on the sales page 1 bonus, but there's actually 2 bonuses. And I think it's at $24.95, but for a limited time only, you can actually get it for £10 off. And the code, the actual coupon code is Street Magic. So there you go. If you want to get it, check the link down below. Whatever you're doing, whatever you are, look after yourselves, look after each other, live life and love it, and love life and live it. Love life and live it. And as they say in Greece, yes, yes. Is that what they say in Greece? Oh yeah, I've lived there before. And that's another story as well. So many stories. If you'd like to hear stories of what's actually been going on in my life, yeah, let me know in the comments below, because that would be quite interesting, because there's a lot of stuff there. There's getting my appendix out in Persia, falling ill in Austria and going to hospital because of a cyst, living in Africa and having to evacuate because of the Biafran War. Hi. See you in the next video. Bye for now.